We are live. We are back. What's going on, people? This is the All Sports Matters show. I'm your boy JB, and with me today, I got my brothers with me. We go kick this thing off right, just the way y'all like it, just the way it always is. First, let me bring in the Big Chef because I think something's happening at Amir's house right now. So, Big Chef, what's happening, brother?
Man, listen, let me tell y'all something, son. It's game time, baby. Let's get ready. The flock, baby. Follow the damn flock. Let's go. I'm so hyped, baby.
We ain't following no flock. If we do, it's gonna be the 4-9 flock.
Get some of it.
You will have none. I'm just joking. Hey, we back in the building, and with us as always, we got Poppy Ortiz, our resident New York Football Giant fan. Jump up in these comments. Jump up in the studio with us, Big Poppy Ortiz.
Come on in.
What the hell? I was trying.
Boom,
I was having some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I like the Philadelphia 76ers is okay with playing in New Jersey, just like the Giants are. So we might have the New Jersey 76ers, New Jersey Giants. I don't know what's going on in Philly, but I'm hearing that the 76ers won out. So hey, that's a discussion we might have at a later time. It's opening day, gentlemen.
It is opening day, and that is crazy to think New Jersey 76ers, but it's opening day. So let's talk about that first. Are y'all excited?
What?
I gotta ask a question. I gotta ask.
Let me tell you something, son. Excitement ain't even a real thing for me. I am exuberantly overjoyed in this piece. Let's go, baby. Baltimore.
Are we asking the chef to spell exuberant?
Not exuberantly over. What is happening today?
No, I haven't used that word in a while, so I wanted to pull that out the curtain. You know what I mean? Behind the curtain.
Well, being a Ravens fan, you had no reason to be exuberant. So
don't do that.
That was an easy one. I'm sorry, that was an easy one.
I thought say don't do that. Don't do that. Don't act like the Giants are giving you much exuberance lately, sir.
Let's not act like he's not correct though.
Yeah, he's correct on both ends. Both of us have not really.
We ain't gonna act like he ain't right.
You know? I like to tell the public, I know going into the season, we trash. You know what I'm saying? So there's no disappointment come week 6 when they're 1-5. Like I know I know where my team stands. I know where Daniel Manning stands. I know where the front office stands. But I would like to see how the team pans out on the defensive side. And are we one quarterback away from competing? You know, with that being said, I know what our faults are. Unlike those Dallas Cowboys fans,
oh my God,
preseason every year saying this is our year.
Every year.
Year 29. We're year 29 since they entered the Super Bowl. And so, hey, I'm not a hater. I just like to stick to the facts. And the fact is my team sucks, and so does yours, Dallas.
You got to tell them what's real. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, look, your Giants. I'm hearing tell that the defense might be the thing that's gonna keep them in a whole lot of games. I'm excited to see what y'all rookie wide receiver can do if Daniel Manning can get him the ball, because I don't know what's going on with that.
Daniel Manning?
Danny Manning, baby.
I don't even know if I saw the video a couple days ago of the wide receivers warming up with the ball machine, but even the ball wasn't even getting to the wide receivers. It was set for Daniel Jones. Like all the throws were short, like the literal machines.
Not the ball machine throwing them short.
Like you put the ball in and it flies to you. But for some reason in New Jersey, the ball was going straight to the ground. I don't know what's going on and how much money they spent, but
they need to redo that.
I'm happy to get the second pick of the draft next year because the first pick obviously is going to go to the New England Patriots. I'm not hating. I'm just sticking to facts.
So wait, what about the Carolina Panthers?
No, I think because of the division they play, and I'm sorry, I'll get to you.
You're right. Say what you got to say.
Because of the division they play, they might pull out 3 to 4 victories. I'm looking at the Patriots 1-2, 1 or 2 victories. The Giants maybe 3-14, and the Carolina Panthers might win 4 games. Their offense is not bad.
They're gonna win more than
They're not. They're not in what you call it, gained a little weight. He put on a little muscle mass down there.
But not just that. I mean, people forget they got Deontay Johnson down there now.
They do.
They play to pair up with Adam Thielen. So Thielen can go back to his original slot position and play what he plays originally. He's not the number one. So now you got somebody that possibly can blow the top off the offense and run the route tree. Then on top of that, you got the most country diesel swollen wide receiver in the draft ever come out. And he is literally on the team now with Xavier Leggett. And
oh my goodness,
they got a wide receiver core. And so
Xavier Leggett is a mix of DK Metcalf and AJ Brown. With some of that coach from Bobby Boucher something's wrong with that. Yeah, you good. Yeah, he's a monster. Oh my goodness. I would be afraid to come up against him. I just hope that they quarterback down there. I hope he can stay upright. He did put on some muscle mass. He do still look like a ninth grader. But Bryce, little Bryce, I think he gonna be all right. I think he'll be all right. He did come from Alabama, so it's not too high hopes for him because Alabama quarterback. Alabama is known for their running backs. Let's get that out the way. Now, speaking of Alabama, though, Amir. Speaking of Alabama, hold up. Because I'm gonna give y'all some props because this offseason they have secured over $1 billion in contract money.
That is correct.
So I'm gonna give them the props where they get the props, but they quarterbacks don't be doing nothing.
Last time I checked, Jalen Hurts is doing just fine. Tua ain't doing too bad.
Jalen Hurts do all right when you got somebody behind him pushing his tush.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't act like Jalen Hurts really outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Their defense just can't stop nobody. Let's just be clear, because he had literally won that Super Bowl. But
let me ask you guys then, since we're on the subject. Friday, the Eagles go out to Brazil to play the Green Bay Packers, who stepped up to be, one of the new juggernauts of the NFC. With that offense, hell, they're paying Jordan Love $55 a year. So you got to do something, right?
They better do something.
With that being said, with the loss of Jason Kelce of the Eagles, how does that change the narrative of what the offense is out in Philadelphia?
Best center in the league.
I'm gonna just say this: I think that what Washington did when they sent Jahan Dotson to that team is going to pay dividends quickly. I think their offense is going to make that transitional turn. One, because of that. Two, because the coach doesn't want to get fired. Because if he does not turn that around, his seat is basically a bonfire.
Yes,
so,
I'll agree with you. Nick Sirianni's chair there's a lot of problems with what they lost the offensive and defensive coordinators last year.
Right.
And the players are not like catching on to what Nick's putting down. No. So they might have some problems there. But on the flip side, we're also talking about McCarthy of Dallas. His seat is on fire as well this year.
His seat should have been on fire a long time. His
seat should have been on fire. Yeah, you're right. And that the way they have that going, and I've been hearing rumblings because we all know what's going on in Colorado. We all know that Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter coming out. I've been hearing rumblings that Jerry Jones might be trying to get Deion to come to the sidelines of Big D. Could it happen?
Please don't. It ain't gonna. That ain't gonna make it no better.
I'm just saying. I'm just reporting the news.
And you're right. And I heard the same rumblings. But my thing is, if I was Deion, I would not leave Colorado and fool with that ever. And the only reason why he might go is because if they get a high enough draft pick, he can pick his son.
Right. Right.
Well, I don't think that the Cowboys will get a high enough draft pick to pick up Shedeur Sanders.
I don't think so either.
No, because not unless he on the phone with Jerry Jones right now, talk about y'all need a tank and take my son, and I'll come over there and coach.
That division is going to come down to the last few weeks with Philadelphia and Dallas. You know,
Yeah.
I talk all the smack I want, but Dallas still has a team that can win the division. I don't
Oh.
see them winning. They haven't had back-to-back division winners since 2010 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, it's been a while.
So I think Philly wins the division. I still think Dallas wins the wild card. They might finish 11-6 or something along those lines, 10-7.
Right.
They have a lot of questions in the O-line. I wasn't intended to talk about the Cowboys, but the Cowboys still got a lot of questions when it comes to their O-line and their defense, who's hurt. Deron Bland's going to miss the first six weeks of the season. Trayvon Diggs missed all of last year. They don't have Stephon Gilmore on the other side. So what?
And one of their linebackers, isn't he out for the season too?
The linebacker out for the season.
Well, I know Vander Esch gone, but I think that rookie phenom that they got in that was supposed to be taking Vander Esch's place and doing big things. He tore something in his knee.
They have a lot of injuries, but I'm gonna tell you where they messed up and the season's over because they listed Ezekiel Elliott as the running back one.
Woo-hoo, daddy.
I saw that today. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Once that happened, now we saw Ezekiel Elliott
his
last season in Dallas and his last year in New England. That man is no longer running back one. He might be fullback one.
He's not even running back four. He is.
I mean, these are the two that they signed as running back ones, because I don't think Dalvin Cook is running back one right now either. So
no, Rico Dowdle is
but he undersized, and he hurt.
He's very undersized. No, he's fine. He's fine, but that's gonna be the workforce. Like I think they did it just to make sure Ezekiel Elliott's confidence is up during the season, but everybody knows the running back room runs through Rico. So
right.
We'll see how that is. But nobody's intimidated by the Dallas offense other than CeeDee Lamb. You know, CeeDee Lamb, nobody is scared of that offense.
No, you have no reason to be. Who else? It's CeeDee Lamb, and then the drop-off is Brandon Cook. And I think he only produced, 850 yards, I think, total.
But that's not bad for a drop-off.
No, it's not bad.
But he's not a wide receiver two. He's a three. He's a good three. He's a good three. I'm not trying to throw salt on him because he is. I like Brandon Cooks.
Right.
He's again undersized, and he's a three. He still has the speed. He still got the hands, but it's gonna be up to Jalen Tolbert to see if he can step up and be that wide receiver two that Dallas needs. So we'll see how that goes.
Didn't they get a rookie? Didn't they get a wide receiver in the draft?
Yeah, Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
I thought they got a second one.
No, they got Jalen Tolbert, and then they let Gallup go, who retired. Ended up retiring.
He had every reason to retire because he hadn't played.
Yeah, his knee wasn't.
It wasn't what it's supposed to be.
It wasn't alive.
And Ken said nobody's scared at all of Dallas offense. And you know what? I don't disagree with you. I know that I right before we went live, I saw the report that said that Dak and Dallas are working on a deal, and they are somewhat close or somewhat closer to a deal. So will he be there, or will he just be playing for his next contract?
Dak is gonna be Dak. Dak is. I give Dak this. He's a professional. He's going to go out there. He's going to throw his touchdowns. He's going to throw his share of interceptions, but he's going to compete. Dak will compete whether he has a contract or not. Right. The issue is who's going to pay him $60 million come next year.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Because obviously Jerry Jones doesn't want to pay it, because if he wanted to pay, he would have did it by now.
And I already told you where I think he's going. I fully 100% believe he will be a Las Vegas Raider next year.
I can see that, definitely.
If I was him, I'd go to the Las Vegas Raiders.
They're quarterback away, and they'll have a high draft pick, top 10, and they can do something out there. You know, with sign Dak Prescott, they can be competitive next year. Because everybody knows that AFC West runs through Kansas City, and nobody else is competing.
Right. Which that's oof. I'm here for it. I want to see it all. I'm just super excited about this season in general. I know, Rob, I know you excited for the game tonight because you got your Baltimore Ravens kicking everything off. You think they go win? How many yards you think King Henry going for this year?
Oh, King Henry, I'm gonna say 1,400. I'm gonna say 1,400 with 10 tutties. I'll give him 1,400
When
with
was the
10
last time he
tutties.
ran for 1,400?
Well, I mean, how you supposed to run 1,400 playing for the Titans?
Ooh.
How you supposed to run 1,400 when your quarterback get you 1,400?
Well, that's the other problem. That's how you know he's going to get 1,400, because now you got to make a grown man decision. Because either you're going to respect the run game of King Henry, or you're going to let Lamar run. And the thing about Lamar this year is Lamar wants to run less, but when he does run, he dropped weight so that you know once he gets out there, you're not finna catch me. Because he said that's the one thing that made him so mad last year, was that people were running and catching him after he got out. And he said, so I'm too slow. I have to drop weight. So he dropped 20 or 25 pounds so that he can make sure. But that was before, the King came. So now the offense should be changed up enough to where you're going to have to make a decision.
I was just about to ask you that, Rob. Would as a coach, put your coach hat on right now. You on the sideline. You John Harbaugh. Do you at this point say, all right, damn, I forgot your quarterback name. All right, Lamar. I forgot it just that quick. I don't know what happened. I know you want to run. I know you want to get out there and do your thing. I'm trying to save you a little bit. Let's run this thing through King Henry. Do you kind of pull the reins back on him, or do you still let him play his type of game?
So that's the thing. It's not the fact that Lamar just wants to run. Lamar had to run. Because when you don't have separation of your wide receivers, as y'all know already, then you got to get out of the pocket when it collapses. So he would run when he had to run. And a lot of times they may call some plays that are quarterback option. But Lamar would like to pass first and run second. So, yeah, he's going to want to get the ball to the King. And our offensive line, and no disrespect to Tennessee, because I respect that. I respect it. But I think our offensive line is a little bit better than the Tennessee offensive line. So he should be able to get some nice yardage this year.
Throw a couple stats out there. So our statistician is not here tonight. He ran for 1167 last year with 12 touchdowns, which is still good for a running back.
That's still a lot.
1538 the year before that with 13 touchdowns.
Yeah,
not bad.
Now let's be clear.
And then 4 years before that was his 2K season.
2K. And that's what I'm saying. People don't really understand. Derrick Henry, yeah, he's on a decline from where he was at, but he's not on a decline to the point where he's terrible. He's still King Henry. He's still 1,000-yard back. So I think it's 14 and 10.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at all. Amir, who is y'all running back now? And we got a couple of different comments going. I saw somebody said the one thing that made Lamar mad was him was last year not showing up in the AFC championship game.
Who didn't show up in the AFC championship game?
Lamar Jackson. That's what we said.
So let's be clear about this also. And I see what they're saying, but the problem is it's not just Lamar deciding that he's gonna run every play or do whatever. The playbook got changed. They changed the playbook for some ungodly reason.
I hate that.
And took it away from the run game. We should have been pounding the damn rock. That's the bottom line. We should have ran the damn ball.
You guys had to defending whoever the OC was in Baltimore. It's a carousel of hurt running backs. Gus Edwards, Keaton Mitchell, J.K. Dobbins. You got Justice Hill.
Yeah, Justice Hill. I'm sorry, Justice Hill.
Justice Hill, and there's one more. But either way, you guys had a carousel of broke knee running backs.
But Gus was healthy for that game. He had just.
I'm talking about the season. I was just talking about the season. So when the playoffs came, obviously the play calling changed because you're not depending on the running backs. So you gotta change your game. That's all I'm saying. You gotta change your game because you gotta go with what gets you there. And Lamar Jackson obviously was the one constant.
Right.
And
They're going back and get Hollywood Brown again. They're going to get him back.
The lights got
let's
bright.
this up right now. I don't know no damn Hollywood Brown. I only know a Marcus Brown.
He is out tonight. He is out tonight for the Chiefs, by the way. So if you got him on your fantasy team for some ungodly reason, go ahead and put him on the bench.
I don't know who got him out there, but put him in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, if you got him, go ahead and play him
in your lineup.
Sure.
And I will never, and I say it again, never call him
I'm
Hollywood.
This question.
That's your boy. That's your boy.
I'm going right back to you, Chef, before we move on. I'll ask you this question. Having a running back one of the status of Derrick Henry, do you use him as a 3-down back and you take the ball out of Lamar Jackson?
So it's going to be the run pass, the RPO. It's going to be real sick right now. This is going to be a real good RPO season, and allow Lamar to make those type of decisions that he can make. Because one thing about it, he learned a long time ago how to read defenses. I think it's going to be a very, 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 very successful season for both of them. I don't think Lamar will get the MVP. I'm not going to say no craziness like that, but I do believe both of them will have successful season. And if you don't be careful what you decide to do, I think we might have two people coming out the backfield with 1,000+ yards in my quarterback and my running back.
Real quick before we move on, real quick. And I know what you might be thinking about this question, but what school Lamar went to?
Louisville.
Okay, so not Alabama. Just prove my point. No. Back to you, Amir.
Just because he didn't go to Alabama doesn't mean he ain't great. Lamar is amazing.
Hey, I know. That's what I'm saying. Great. He won Alabama don't have great quarterbacks.
He won a Heisman out there.
Bryce has a Heisman.
And what is that? What has that ninth grader done since he's been in the league?
Hey, he has a Heisman. Shut your face.
Jalen Hurts went to Oklahoma. He don't count. Amir, yo Giants. Singletary.
Which I'm not. He doesn't have the size of a 3-down back. He never did. But he's put up numbers when he was in Buffalo. He put up numbers last year. He took the starting spot away from Damian Pierce. You know, he's a good scat back. You know, the issue is do they want to take the carries away from him and give it to Tyrone Tracy,
right?
Who has some nagging injuries coming into week 1. So it's gonna be heavy Singletary week 1. They drafted Tracy, but they gave him a 3-year contract, so I don't see why they wouldn't give him the ball. Get your money's worth.
All right, I agree with that too. And I know the one thing we did see from the Giants when they still had Saquon, and the time when they were successful is when they had Saquon and Daniel Jones in there at the same time, and they can kind of play off each other, and you can kind of go back and forth. When you only have Daniel Jones or when you only have Saquon, it turned into a nightmare for everybody. So do you think that they're in a place to where they can have that play off each other to be able to open things up?
Well, they have to, but I don't see it. All the pressure is going to be on Daniel Jones, and I don't see him being a rise above the pressure type quarterback. Singletary will get you 80 yards and a touchdown, which is great when you're playing fantasy. You get your 80 yards and a touchdown.
I do have him in fantasy, so I'll take that.
But you're still losing 24-10, same type games. So are you still need Daniel Jones to get you from playing from behind?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of 3 and outs. There's going to be, and the issue is all on Daniel Jones because that offense, they have a lot of playmakers. Jalen Hyatt from Tennessee is a great playmaker. Wan'Dale Robinson, great playmaker. They just drafted Malik Neighbors, great playmaker. They got playmakers. All the pressure lies on QB1, which is Daniel Manning.
So let's see what he go do. And I saw a couple of people in the chat talking about the 49ers suck and who that. But if anything that comes from a Saints fan, you can't take serious. You can't take Saints fans seriously at all because they still fans of the Saints. They got Derek Carr for a quarterback, so we ain't gonna take them serious at all.
Is there a
Somebody named
rain delay?
Chef K. I said Roll Tide Rob.
Is there a rain delay happening right now? I'm confused.
A Wrangler.
No, did you say Chef who?
Chaos. Chaos.
No,
I don't know.
Chef Caius. Like,
Oh.
yeah, that's my guy. That's who I work with all the time. That's my guy.
I almost got it right.
You were close, but yeah, no, it's Chef Caius. Yeah, that's my guy from the crib.
All right, there you go.
Amazing chef who one of these days we're gonna have to get on the show because yeah, he's a monster.
All right, then let's do it. Let's do it.
In the kitchen or in sports? I'm confused where the show turned.
No. He's an Alabama guy. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's why.
You said
he was in the comments on one of the other platforms shouting out Rob. So I'll just pass it along.
No, I understand. I get him on the show. I didn't know if he was.
Oh, yeah, for Shepard.
No. He's a real Alabama fan.
I didn't know we turned to cutthroat kitchen or we talking about sports still. That's my only question.
But you know, when you're a chef, you can multitask. You can do.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, trust me, we know. We still hear you cutting greens.
Oh yeah, chopping them greens up. Well, I still yes.
I still do work.
Lord, he was cutting them up though. He was frying them things up. I tell you that. So who we looking at? Who we have winning these divisions? So let's start with the AFC North. Rob?
It's gonna be.
Oh no, not you, Rob, because your team in there. Amir, who you got winning the AFC North?
You know my answer gonna be. Don't do that.
No, I got Baltimore winning the division. I think they'll win by 1 game to Cincy. Maybe 2 games. Cincy got a lot of question marks. I think they're going to start slow. Is Jamar Chase practicing? Is he not practicing? Is who's the running back? Is it Chase Brown or is it Zach Moss? You know, the Bengals still got a lot of questions. They don't have a tight end. They drafted one. We'll see how he comes up. Is T. Higgins playing for a contract or not? We know he got 1 foot out the door already. The Bengals got a lot of questions. Where we know where the Ravens stand. It's the same team from last year, and they added Derrick Henry. So that obviously they got better.
That's true. That is true. I also have the Ravens winning the division. Side note, Jamar Chase is playing on Sunday. He practiced yesterday. He practiced today. He is playing on Sunday. But yeah, I still think the Baltimore Ravens go ahead and win that division and pull that thing out of there because ain't no turning back, ain't no looking back. Not with King Henry in the lineup. Now, if for whatever reason, and heaven forbid, knock on this wood desk in my wood head, heaven forbid anybody get hurt. I don't because you never want to see nobody get hurt. It might be a different story, but right now I see Baltimore Ravens winning that thing. AFC East.
Well, one more thing, and I apologize. I think a real question mark is what Steelers team are we getting in the AFC North?
So that's my question. Because one thing about the Steelers, they're always solid on defense. They're going to be stand tall all the time.
And getting Patrick Queen is
and they added Patrick Queen.
Huge. That's huge.
Really felt some kind of way. You already know I felt some kind of way about that.
Yes, you did.
I really wish we would have re-signed him because he's tough. So Patrick Queen was a solid linebacker for us.
Oh, yeah, he's a stud. He's a stud now.
He's a stud.
Now let me ask you this question: What are they doing with Najee Harris though?
So he's going to play his contract out this year, and they're going to see what happens. I honestly think his season is going to be so much better this year with Justin Fields in the backfield because at some point in time, I already know Justin Fields is going to take over as the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that RPO is going to take effect. And once that RPO comes into play, I think Najee will be a real big factor along with the second round running back. I can't think of his name right now.
Warren.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
I can see them using oh man, what's that boy name? You just said it. Justin Fields. I can see them using Justin Fields in a Deebo Samuel type role.
Justin Fields is going to take over as the quarterback.
They got him lining up playing running back in the slot.
Well, that's just right now. Once because one thing I'm gonna say, I like Russell Wilson. I think he had a phenomenal career, but I think he's on the decline now.
Yeah, definitely.
And I honestly just believe that once Justin Fields gets a good adaptation of the playbook, he's going to take over as running back one. And I think that team is going to be completely different once he takes over, which I'm mad about. And I hope he takes over at week like 9 or 10. Because I think Baltimore plays in like week 8. So I hope he takes over at like week 9. But if not, he's going to be a problem. I like Justin Fields. I think he's a really good quarterback. And I really think he's going to really push them to the point where the AFC North will get at least 3 teams in the playoffs. If not, maybe all 4.
I will add one more thing. Russell Wilson just got hurt in practice. He has an injured calf. It's very possible Justin Fields might even start week 1. Just starting
like that. Just like that. Straight like that. So you're saying that they will extend their streak of not falling under 500 or not ending the season under 500.
Let me tell you something. As long as Mike Tomlin is the head coach, they will not fall under 500.
Omar Epps' big brother.
He will. I don't know what. I know what it is. He is a player's coach. Period. Bottom line, he is a phenomenal player's coach, and they will not. As long as he is the lead on that team, they're not going to finish any less than 500. Period.
Duly noted. All right. On to the AFC East. Where DeMar Hamlin is starting at safety this Sunday. Who y'all have winning that division?
Not the Patriots.
Damn sure not the Patriots. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Miami will win it, and I think the bottom dwellers will be New England and Buffalo.
Oh, the Canada Bills go be the bottom dwellers.
So tell me who the hell the wide receiver is for them.
They got Keon Coleman.
I believe.
Okay, that's good.
I like Keon Coleman though. I like that kid.
I do like him. He country as hell.
Curtis Samuel is a good number 3. They got him number 2.
Number 3 and number 4. And I like Curtis Samuel because he came from Alabama. But who else?
Well, they got a two-headed dragon at tight end. So I believe that they're probably going to change up their Dawson Knox.
I think it's more like a one-headed one because I don't think Knox has finished the season healthy yet.
He hasn't.
So they're moving into their Baltimore phase where it's nothing but tight ends.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Josh Allen's still going to be a top 5 quarterback as far as
closet Eagles fan. All right,
fantasy. But I don't. I'm with you, Chef. I'm not a believer in Buffalo this year. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't really believe in Buffalo every year.
I don't either.
Yeah, because we're about to see if that quarterback is a top 10 or not top 10.
So we'll see.
Because he definitely flows in and out.
And obviously the Jets depends on if Aaron Rodgers can play more than 75 seconds.
I mean, he definitely have a tough task ahead of him on Monday night.
And I want to say that organization does not like Aaron Rodgers as a person.
It does not.
They do not. They're like the rest of America. They finally caught up and say he is not a good dude. Dude is weird, privileged, and if he's decided to show up, it's on him. And when he does show up, that's it's great. It's a great quarterback when he decides to show up. So the Jets is at his beckoning call. So we don't know what kind. The Jets got talent, offense, defense, special teams.
Right.
What Aaron Rodgers are we getting?
Right. So, I mean, that's the question for how many millions of dollars is he getting paid?
Millions of dollars.
That's that question right there. So yeah, I got the Dolphins winning that division too. Now it's all a matter of if they can play in the cold once they get in the playoffs, but we'll see once we get there. The AFC South.
I think that division is going to be a good, close division.
I still think the Texans take that division, though.
I think they do, but it's not going to be easy.
I'm picking them, but like y'all both said, I don't think that's going to be. It's going to be easy. I think
it's be a dog fight.
Jacksonville are going to be a problem. Both of them. And while you're playing, we're going to see what Jacksonville really is about when they play Miami.
Yep.
Come on.
That whole division about to be a whole dog fight. And I'm here for every minute of it. I'm here for every second. Let's get it.
I want to add, I know that's a flex team, and we've been riding his ass on his team for years, but that front office put in work this offseason.
They did. They really did.
Did everything right by the organization. They added the right talent, the right places, and I believe Tennessee is going to be just like the New York Giants, where all the pressure is going to fall on the quarterback position. Will Levis, the pressure's on him. They got the talent around them. I think Spears will overtake Pollard as the running back, but wide receiver wise, them signing Calvin Ridley, getting getting a healthy Hopkins back is going to be a big deal as well. That tight end, that Okoronkwo, whatever you say, he's going to be good at tight end. But they made all the right moves on defense.
Yep.
Now, one thing I will say about Tennessee, their schedule is not cupcake, because week 6 they have the Colts. Week 7 they have the Bills, which we don't know what their defense is going to look like. They have before that, week 4 they have the Miami Dolphins. Week 3 they got the doggone Green Bay Packers.
Well, they start off week 1. I mean to cut you off. They started week 1 with Caleb Williams and the Bears.
They got Caleb first week, and then the second week they got the Jets. They got the Jets week 2, and turn around week 7. We skip the Colts at week 6. Week 7 they got Buffalo. Week 8 they got Detroit. And I don't care what nobody says. I am literally picking Detroit to literally be in the NFC Championship game against San Francisco in a dogfight.
Here's what I don't like about what they did with Detroit. 17 games, 14 of them is in a dome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what people were thinking, and I know that's not on Detroit. But that pretty much gives them
it's a walk-in.
Yeah.
It's a walk-in.
Mm-hmm.
It is a straight up walk-in. Like, you literally are setting them up for success in a way I've never seen before.
Until they go play outside in the cold and they don't know how to move.
Yeah, they play Green Bay. They play Green Bay once, Chicago once.
Right.
In the dome.
But they play them in September.
Yeah. Right. So
they're not even going to feel the cold. They mess around. They literally maneuver through their schedule. I think the only possible cold weather game they will be outside in is Washington in week 13.
And Washington sucks weather-wise. I like the team, but weather-wise.
I think it's horrible weather-wise. But other than that, everything else they play is in a dome. I'm sorry, Cincinnati in week 15.
I just want to.
The Ravens and Chiefs have weather delay going on out there. Sorry about that. From here,
no, you're good. You're good.
I know you was coming with the same thing. I should have figured though, because we all get the same alerts because this is what we do.
I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift is in traffic. So
yep, that's exactly what's going on.
Weather. That's exactly what's happening.
That's exactly what's happening. I'm telling you. Where were we? We were just on the AFC South, AFC West. Well, it's Super Bowl champs division until it's not, right?
Next.
Do we need to go any further than that? Because them other teams is
not at all.
The NFC.
I am intrigued to see if Bo Nix steps up as the quarterback one in Denver. He's had a good preseason, and they got some talent around there. But
yeah, I'm curious to see him too. And then they just paid PS2 all that money, so they got to step up.
I'm trying to figure out why they're shopping Cortland Sutton, though.
They were.
They were. Man.
That's a stupid ass move. You already released Jerry Jeudy, and I thought you were trying to build around Cortland Sutton. But if you let him go, what the hell are you really doing?
They was trying to see if they could get a better wide receiver. So they was trying to put feelers out there, but they figured they wasn't gonna get nobody else. So
I'm about to say, what better are you getting? You ain't getting the AJ Brown. You're not getting Stephon Diggs. You're not getting the Devontae Adams type.
Well, you know that was when the whole Brandon Ayuk thing was going on. That's when they jumped in there and were doing stuff.
You damn sure ain't getting Brandon Ayuk.
But and it also was they was introduced as a third team and they would get draft picks. Ayuk would go to the Steelers, and then Cortland Sutton would go to San Francisco. It was a weird thing, but that was crazy. I don't know why they would even entertain anything around their wide receiver one.
Excuse my language, but I wouldn't entertain that bullshit for nobody. Cortland Sutton is a monster. He is a beast of a wide receiver. He is an animal. Like, you need to build around him. You should build around him and continue on. You already let Jerry Jeudy go. I get it. Which I don't think people realize. You have two wide receivers now on the same team that can run the entire route tree pristine in Cleveland right now. So you got Amari Cooper, who is a route running monster, and now you got a younger guy, Jerry Jeudy, in him that's almost similar in him on that Cleveland team. If Deshaun Watson and I'm praying for all masseuse, y'all protect yourself. I'm just gonna put that out there.
It's in this contract with the city of Cleveland, not even the team, the city of Cleveland, that he cannot go to any massage parlors anywhere.
Thank God, praise God, because Lord have mercy.
Well, he got both of them.
Trying to find the happy ending so hard.
He bring him to the house. He can't bring him to the house. But you know what, Rob? I'm so tired of you always bringing it back to former Alabama players. Stop doing that.
No, I just did that this one time.
I caught what you was doing. I caught it.
What the hell are you talking about? You started off the show talking about Malik Neighbors. What are you talking about? Well, don't do that.
What? When did I do that? Blasphemous.
Anyway, continue.
Oh, Rob, Rick 31283 say, what's up, Rob?
My man, what up, baby?
Danny M, what up, baby? Where we was? Oh, we in the NFC now. Let's talk about the NFC South. Quite possibly the worst division in football. Well, are they still? Because we saw some things happening this offseason. The Falcons then came and retooled that defense.
No, okay. So my last 10 games in Madden, I played with the Atlanta Falcons. I won 8 of them. Like, for some reason, Bijan is like a transformer. He can't be stopped running down the straight middle. But either way, the defense, exactly what, like you said, getting Judon and getting Simmons,
yes,
him up late in the offseason, smart. Atlanta's all in, and they're not going to be an easy one and done in the playoffs. Kirk Cousins is a very good quarterback. It's not great. He's a good quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. I still think they messed up by taking Penix in the draft.
I agree.
I hope that this team does the offense right, uses Bijan correctly, uses Kyle Pitts correctly, uses Drake London correctly. There's a lot of weapons on that team, offense and defense.
Right.
That division is Atlanta's to lose.
But Kyle Pitts is already hurt, by the way.
Yeah, he's always hurt.
He's out week 1 already. So.
No, he's not out yet. He's not out
yet?
No, he's not out yet.
Oh, he's just in danger of not playing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just questionable, but it's just the same thing as Dallas
Florida.
Any of those other guys. It's precautionary.
Doggone Florida players, boy, I tell you, can't trust them to do nothing.
Nothing.
Do drugs.
Oh, you know what? We're not going to even go there. We're not going to even go there. I did pick I did pick the Atlanta Falcons to win the NFC South.
Yeah,
They just retooled.
Derek Carr is not the answer. They should be going with the wish version of Mahomes.
Timu Mahomes,
and put Spencer Rattler in there by week 9 in Tennessee. What he got?
Young Spencer.
Rattler.
He didn't have a bad preseason, so
I have the Saints finishing third in this division. Third. The NFC North. Yeah, let's go there.
I think that's the toughest division of football. Well, it was. Minnesota fell off when they lost J.J. McCarthy.
I think now it's the AFC North. I think the AFC North is now the toughest division in football.
Yeah.
But
I
get what you're saying.
If Minnesota didn't bow down this offseason, that division would have been a step up with what Chicago has done. But I agree. The AFC North is the toughest division in football.
The NFC North about to be another dogfight, though.
But Minnesota will finish last. I like what Green Bay is doing. Can Jordan Love finally put a whole season together? That's going to be the question when it comes to Green Bay.
You got to earn that money.
The winner of that conference or that division goes to Detroit. We know that. I can agree to that. I can attest to that. Minnesota's fourth. I'm missing a team. Yeah, the Chicago Bears.
Chicago.
Do they have enough talent to? They don't have any talent on defense. I think their game's going to be 36-30, 34-27.
It'll be shootouts.
Yeah. They don't. I don't think they have the talent on defense to stop these offenses.
I'm here for the dog fights. I want to see them beat up on each other all season, all year, so that when it comes time for the playoffs, they beat up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. But you know what? It's gonna be nice to see them play. You know, these games are going to be tough. They're going to be high scoring.
They will be exciting.
And they will, because even Green Bay don't have the defense to really stop anybody. For being honest, Detroit's the whole team that's built offense, defense, special teams.
Yep.
To run the table.
That's why it goes through Detroit.
But give up 30 points.
That's exactly why that division goes through Detroit.
I literally thought for a second, I was like, Jahmyr Gibbs is not going to be ready for game 1.
He's
ready. He is very much ready.
He's ready. That boy is ready, and he chomping at the bit. I'm telling you, it's going down.
Having that nice running back committee between him and Montgomery, he's going. They're a problem, and if they can get Jameson to literally play out a whole season and be healthy, it could get scary out here, because Amon-Ra St. Brown is we already know what he is.
Absolute truth. And he got paid for a reason.
Yeah. He's
really, really quick update. Kickoff is now scheduled for 8:40 Eastern time.
Yeah, I just saw that. So then 20 minutes later.
Which is fine. We'll be up all night.
That give you a chance to cook, to chef something up real quick, Rob. The NFC East. We kind of touched on them a little bit earlier when we was talking about what the Cowboys doing.
No, we discussed the Cowboys and Eagles, but I'm gonna add in there the wild card is going to be the Commandants. I think Jaden Daniels is going to steal some victories.
I like it.
He's going to steal some victories away from this division, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but I still believe the Eagles will win the division. But yeah, the Giants will be last. Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles.
I honestly don't think people realize how dangerous Daniels really is as a quarterback. Like, he is incredibly athletic. He has an incredible knowledge of the quarterback position, and what he's bringing to the table with McLaurin. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think they're going to finish third. I honestly think they'll finish second.
Let me tell you this, Rob. Let me tell you this. I agree with. I would agree with what you're saying. I think it's gonna be a toss up between them and the Cowboys. It's gonna be like a 1-game flip flop between them and the Cowboys.
He's gonna be that one game.
But I will tell you this: all of that you said about Jaden is true. But the one thing that he needs to do is learn how to slide, because he takes too many hits and he go end up like RG3.
He's gonna get killed.
Let me add one more thing. What we discussed earlier with Kenny, Green Bay, Chicago, these teams with offenses, they don't really have the defense yet. Yes, Dan Quinn is a defensive coach, defensive-minded coach, and he will compete. But I don't think they have the players to stop Philadelphia, the Cowboys.
Right.
That's why I still think they're going to be Eagles and Cowboys the top two. They're a couple of players away from making noise, stopping the offense. Them picking up Noah Brown. I just wanted to add that in. Them picking up Noah Brown as a wide receiver.
That's a huge pickup.
They were stupid in getting rid of John Dawson, but I think that was an internal problem that they was having.
Yeah.
It wasn't clicking for Dotson. So, but defensively, I wish they would have got rid of Chase Young and Montez Sweat last year. They would have kept those two monsters.
It would have been insane.
With the offense they built this offseason.
Right.
It would have been completely insane.
Commanders would be up there and battling for the first place.
Right.
Right.
Now I will say this about the Eagles though, and I got Keith Davis on here. He's a huge Eagles fan. I will say this. I need to see what that offensive line is looking like. Because you had Jason Kelce in there for years being an anchor, and you knew what you were getting. Right now, you don't know what you're getting. So I need to see what that offensive line look like. I do still think that they win the East, but I need to see what it's looking like. I need to see if they go be able to get those tush pushes and everything else, if they will get that push up the middle like they have been getting with Kelce.
And Saquon got to stay healthy. At the end of the day, Saquon, we can talk about his athletic ability, which is quite possibly potentially the best running back in the league. But if he can't stay healthy, it's pointless. So, and that's what derailed his career in New York. And if he stays healthy and Hurts do what he does and stays healthy, the only thing stopping the Eagles is injuries.
Yeah,
that team is going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, you're right about that. Now I'm gonna let y'all talk about the NFC West. I'm gonna step back and let y'all go at it.
What are we talking about?
I'm over it.
Who gonna win it?
I'm literally over it.
I'm over it.
What are we supposed to talk about? There's nothing to really talk about.
I don't really care either.
So we not gonna say who gonna win? All right.
Everybody knows who the hell. What are you talking about?
But the people need to hear you say it, Rob.
No, they really don't. They see it on your they see it on your head. What the hell?
What the division needs is a healthy Rams team.
Right. Exactly.
But the division needs a healthy Rams team. When the Rams was healthy just two years ago, did they not make the Super Bowl?
Right.
They did.
When that was them completely healthy. Obviously, Odell got hurt in the Super Bowl, but they have the talent on both sides of the ball. Yes. They lost Aaron Donald, which is huge.
Hey, let me tell you something. That Aaron Donald loss is. Yeah,
but they signed a mini replacement.
Did they?
Yeah, well, he's not. Nobody can replace Aaron.
You can't replace Aaron Donald.
Nobody can replace Aaron Donald. But I never count out Stafford. I was always been a Stafford fan. When Stafford came out of college and the Lions were just terrible, he still threw for 4,000 yards.
He did.
It didn't matter who was on the other side. Granted, he had Calvin Johnson, yes. But it didn't matter who was on the other. They had three guys on Calvin Johnson. He was still throwing.
Calvin Johnson. I throw it too. The Rams have the two oldest quarterbacks in the league, by the way. Let's just point that
out. Garoppolo suspended. Who do you? Oh, Stetson Bennett. Van Wilder. He's the backup right now. Let's hope he doesn't get on the field.
Oh my God!
Just want to throw that out there.
And if they do put him on the field, I'm gonna need them to put all the PBR away in that whole area because he's gonna drink it all.
What I don't understand is, again, we discussed it briefly last week. Kyron Williams, best not return punts this year. I don't know what
I saw that and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
No idea.
I hope Sean McVay come out there and he have his eyes closed a little bit because he always looked like he just hit two lines every game. He's good,
but That offense going to go through Stafford. Obviously, all jumps
Yep.
aside.
It has to.
49ers dominated the headlines with their drama all year. That's another reason I was mad, because I was like, we all know they're going to sign them. Like, get off our teams.
They do it every year. I don't know why.
Because they're annoying. Anybody who roots for them is annoying. This team is annoying. Heck, I hate the color red because of the 49ers.
You wear red.
I know. That's why I went to blue and a little bit of red. But it's like, we know the team is going to be fine, come the season. The only thing that's going to hurt y'all, again, just like anybody else, can they stay healthy? Outside of that, Debo needs to stop lowering his shoulder, because his shoulder is about one hit away from being a wish, from a chicken bone wish, because
wishbone. Just what is happening?
His shoulders can't take another hit like that. He got to stop dropping his.
Like Debo, stop it. Prayers up for Ricky. He already out the hospital.
Bro, that dude walked away with a bullet went through him.
That is so crazy.
And he still have the opportunity to play this year. So
yeah,
he was in the weight room yesterday. He got out of the hospital and went in the weight room. I'm like, that's insane.
Hey, I like it. I like what I'm saying. It was crazy because all this stuff was happening. People wanting contracts and all this stuff, and 49ers do the same thing every year. They wait until 2 or 3 weeks in the preseason, then they sign the people. They did it with Debo. They did it with Bosa. They did it with.
You notice when they extended Trent Williams, nobody really talked about it. We were done talking about the 49ers. Oh, by the way, Trent Williams. Next 3 years,
because they knew what would happen.
News was a headline.
When they asked Kyle about it, he was like, giving him a couple extra days off not gonna hurt nothing. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be here. And he said the Ricky Pearsall thing is what brought him back to San Francisco, because he was in Washington.
Of course,
Ricky got shot, and then he was like, all right, I'm on my way back. Let's talk when I get there. So
that's definitely a big deal. I'm not trying to get serious for a moment, but we got to figure out this gun violence in America. We really do. Our kids are in danger, and that's something, we could talk sports all day, but it doesn't matter. They touch our kids, Yep,
that happened yesterday. So
yeah,
prayers up for all involved.
Yeah, Wanda, Georgia. It's definitely sad. Close to home hit, Rob. Last year, the year before, Uvalde. So it's sad. It's sad. Yeah. This is election year. I'm not telling you to pick a side. I'm just telling you to go out there and vote. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Ready for the vote, people.
Let your voice be heard.
We need that. We need that to happen.
That part, because we got to protect our kids.
We
do.
Have to
protect our kids. This has gotten so far out of control, and to see that the suspect in question literally was brought in for questioning due to social media posts 2 years ago.
Right. And he's 14, and he's being tried as an adult. So I know this is a sports show, and you'll get back to the sports, but we had to have that PSA because it's important. It affects us all. So let's gun violence needs to stop.
Get more involved. That's what I'm saying. Get more involved.
That's it. We're not telling you we're not telling you who to vote for. We just ask you to go out there and vote. Either way. Now let's get back to some sports.
Well, let's talk about we're talking about voting. Who y'all vote for? MVP. The AFC and the NFC.
I like it. I like the way it happened.
Start it off, JB. Who you got as your MVP?
For the AFC, is no way you can go away from Mahomes and Lamar. Now, if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, a case can be made for him. But as of right now, I'm looking at Lamar and Mahomes for the AFC. You want the NFC too, or just Chef? Oh, the NFC. All right. The NFC, I might go a little off brand, off kilter, because I'm not going with quarterbacks in the NFC. I'm gonna say, and I know, you know, that they'll be up for offensive and defensive player of the years, but I'm looking at Micah Parsons in CMC.
2 homer picks. Next, stop.
Micah Parsons?
No, Micah Parsons for MVP.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking outside the box. I know it's not gonna happen, but
no, man, no. Come on, man.
They're not gonna let him get that.
I know they're not finna let him get it, but
I was expecting you to say CMC. Like, I was expecting that to come out your mouth, even though I'm like, whatever. But Micah Parsons,
I like to see it.
That's pushing it. No,
I like to see it. Jalen Hurts can be
anybody but a quarterback.
And Jalen Hurts can be it will be in the conversation too. But I want to see anybody but a quarterback. You're right,
Chef.
AFC. I hate to say it like a homer, but I really think Tua is going to make a turn this year. I think he's going to be really good. I think it's between him, Aaron Rodgers, and Mahomes, of course, for MVP in the AFC. NFC. Change that. I'm sorry. Let me change Aaron Rodgers. CJ Stroud.
I was waiting for that. That was my pick.
CJ Stroud. I don't know.
Forgot about CJ. I forgot about him.
So
that was my pick. I was waiting for it.
I think Tua, CJ Stroud are the main two that are going to be in the running, with Aaron Rodgers third. I think he's going to make a decent season this year. Then NFC, if CMC can stay healthy, I think CMC, Jalen Hurts, and Jared Goff.
I like the Jared Goff pick.
So I'm gonna go Caleb, CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, right? But I'm going to add Tyreek Hill as far as second. I think he's going to get a lot more votes this year. That Miami offense is going to be
insane.
But also depends if Tua can stay healthy all year.
You know? Right.
So, but I think it runs to CJ Stroud. I think Mahomes will get a lot of votes because they really did build that offense. He won the Super Bowl with no offense last year, and they actually gave him players this year. So we'll see how that goes. That's including Baltimore's wide receiver 1, Hollywood Brown, when he gets healthy.
So, come back to Baltimore, Hollywood.
I don't know who this person is y'all talking about. Y'all keep saying
I'm gonna tell you, and I want all of social media to pause and listen to this. I'm going Dak Prescott.
He playing for a contract.
I'm going Dak Prescott to win the MVP and leave Dallas.
I would not be shocked.
I wouldn't be. I would dance for that. That'd be amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be super amazing.
He finally. I don't think the running games would be anything. I think he's going to throw 50 passes a game. He's going to make 35 a game. He's going to throw for 300 yards every game, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. I think Dak wins the MVP in the NFC because that's the team they built around him.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see it. All right, who y'all got in the Super Bowl?
Not Dak. Sorry, that was too easy. You just lobbed it.
I lobbed it up there. I lobbed it up there. It was a how they say in baseball. It was right over the plate. It was right over the plate.
Right.
Couldn't do nothing about it.
Man, can the Chiefs win 3 in a row? It's never been done before.
Let me tell you, they was building up. They was talking about it before they even played the Super Bowl this year. They was like, next year the Chiefs have the opportunity to be back Super Bowl champions. I was like, they ain't even started this game yet, and you already talk about them winning.
The never been done before in the NFL. Patriots won 3 out of 4, but not 3 in a row.
Right. And I was looking at it like they ain't even start this game, and we already talking about them already next year winning 3 in a row. So we know who's winning this one, but that's a whole different topic. That's like talking about Brett Favre stealing $5 million. Who y'all got going to the Super Bowl?
Not Brett Favre.
So you got Amir. Who did you say?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I just said not Dak Prescott.
Oh, okay.
I just want to reiterate that.
Dak will not be there.
I'm gonna say, and this is, well, you can say whatever you want. I honestly think King Henry is going to give us a really great advantage. I think Baltimore will get to the Super Bowl, but they're going to play the Lions in the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a rematch of the last time Super Bowl was in New Orleans.
San Francisco and Baltimore.
I think so. Different result though, but I think it's going to be a rematch of that. And
Same
if not, I'm going to be there personally myself to turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off.
Again.
I like Chiefs in Detroit. I'm going to go Chiefs in Detroit.
I think people are forgetting how good Detroit is going.
I'm not forgetting how good it is because they
I'm not talking about you, but I think
up with some slobber knockers.
The other pundits have truly not thought about how good that Detroit team could be, and I really think they got something to prove. So, yeah, I think NFC wise, they're going to be a problem.
They coaches got to stop playing Madden, like punt every once in a while, dude. You can't go for it every fourth down.
Oh, and
use your kickers.
And stop taking pictures with Hulk Hogan, please. Let that go.
Please. That's what make me not like you, because you're taking pictures with Hulk Hogan. But that's a whole different topic. A couple other things. I know we over the time, but a couple other things, because this is all sports. We just talked about football, but it's all good. The WNBA, the Indiana Fever, they didn't clinch the playoff spot already. Now, they was the worst team in the league last year, and now they are in the playoffs already. So, I mean, has Caitlin Clark made enough of a case to tell y'all that it's not a flash in the pan? I should be in the talks for Rookie of the Year, which she was already in the talks when she came in the league. So, has she done enough for the talking heads on television to stop trying to make it about other stuff?
I'm going to go one further and say she should be in discussion for the MVP. Now, hold on, let me finish now. A'ja Wilson will be the MVP.
She will.
Mm-hmm. But obviously, you just don't talk about one person when it comes to that award.
Right.
I think Caitlin Clark has wrapped up the Rookie of the Year, and I think she's in the top 5 in consideration, top 3 even.
She should be.
In MVP talks.
She definitely should be.
It's difficult to put into perspective because Angel Reese has been balling.
She has been.
She is really, when you break the double record for a rookie, it's pretty amazing. And but
I can't take her shot.
I mean, but again, that's a phenomenal record. But then turn around, you have a monster playing with, Caitlin. And so either way, I'm not opposed to either one of them being the MVP, but like you said, I truly think she's going to be the Rookie of the Year, not MVP, I'm sorry, but Rookie of the Year. Yes. A'ja Wilson is just different. She's different.
No doubt. No doubt about that. I also want to add one more thing, Jay, before we move on. Yes, all the attention has been on Caitlin Clark when it comes to Indiana favorite team. But Aaliyah Boston is finally playing like the number 1 pick of last year's draft. And she's had a really slow start. She's had a really slow start this year, and they're finally getting it together. And she was a great player, and she's finally playing like a number 1 pick. So that's obviously, yes, it runs through Caitlin Clark, but Aaliyah Boston is finally playing to her potential.
And we can talk about all the other players, but let us at least not forget Breanna Stewart is still out there,
still
doing what she does.
Yeah, no, she's number 2 in MVP.
Yeah, Breanna Stewart, Stewie is a problem. She is just a phenomenal player.
And I think that Liberty team is taking the title.
I honestly don't think it's between them and the Lynx. I think them and Minnesota head and shoulders above everybody else.
I agree. Totally agree with you, Chef.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to come to fruition.
Sports, we froze there for a second. Well, my screen froze there for a second, but I just want to talk about women's sports really quick. Alexis Morgan retired today, women's soccer.
Yep, I was just about to say it. You
Her
beat me
last
too.
game was on the 8th. She's pregnant, by the way, going out there playing one more game while
Nice.
pregnant. Just throw it out there, but she's decided to hang up her cleats. She's had an extraordinary United
Amazing career.
States team
True
career.
legend.
So we
Another
just
legend.
want to put it out there, give her flowers when it comes to women's sports. We're all about our women. We love it.
Yeah,
Women's sports, we advocate for it.
we definitely have. Give them
Definitely.
what they should be paid. Period. Give them their money. They deserve it.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. So in other sporting news, before we get out of here, Amir, you ain't talked to us about baseball yet. What's going on?
Phillies and Dodgers are heating up.
Shohei Ohtani is a real issue. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah, he's already
He headed to the
50.
50-50.
He's really close to being the first player ever to be 50-50. I think that's a given. The Yankees have slowed down. Aaron Judge was on pace to break more records, but he slowed down tremendously these last few weeks. The Yankees struggle. Aaron Judge struggles. It goes hand in hand. I only want to talk about the Yankees. Phillies and Dodgers, that race, I'm hoping those are the last two teams standing in the National League when it comes to the playoffs. They deserve it. They're two best teams in baseball right now. So I'm hoping it runs through them. But one thing people are not talking about, the American League Central, they have 5 teams. 4 of them are 500 or better, including the Detroit Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst team in baseball,
The Braves?
could possibly be the worst team ever. The Chicago White Sox being 30-something and 100 at this point of the
Damn.
They're projected to be the worst team ever in baseball.
My.
This cupcake. Go ahead, continue.
Atlanta's only 1 game ahead of the Mets when it comes to playoffs, so they're holding on for dear life for their playoffs.
We holding on.
Did you just call somebody a cupcake?
I'm talking about you, sir. I directed it directly at you, sir.
Did you call me a cupcake because the Braves are terrible?
Oh my God! You didn't have to bring that up.
He said the worst team in baseball. How can you expect me to not bring that up when he says the worst team in baseball?
We're not the worst team.
This is the best part of baseball. Pennant chase time.
It's the pennant chase time, so we in there.
3 more weeks.
Where y'all in there? We in the building. Oh hell, I don't have nothing else. What y'all got?
Chef, what you got for us?
So, one fun fact, there's only been, since 1982, there's only 1 team that has won a Super Bowl while going into the preseason and losing every game. Who is that 1 team?
Winning a Super Bowl.
Since 1982?
Yes.
The New York Football Giants?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
Now watch it be something stupid like the 49ers.
No.
No, because the 49ers ain't won nothing.
He says since 1982 has only been 1.
It feels like it. They ain't won since 1974.
I get you.
So in 2021, the LA Rams went 0-3 in the preseason and won a Super Bowl.
Makes sense. Stafford didn't play that preseason.
He didn't play at all in preseason.
We go stop overlooking the fact that we got 2 new teams in LA with no fan bases. And the Super Bowl was in LA.
The Rams got a fan base.
The Rams got a decent.
Now, them Chargers,
now.
Them Chargers are sleeping in a utility closet like Harry Potter did in part 1.
The audacity.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh said he's going to change that.
Them Chargers. Yeah. You know why he bolted? Hey, I watched that documentary on Netflix.
I told you he was going to do that.
We remember.
I'll never forget.
With the pleated khakis.
Ravens Chiefs tonight, people. 20 minutes.
Let's go, baby.
Let's get some football, baby. Well, we got to get out of here so we can go and get on this football. We appreciate y'all joining us and jumping in here with us. As always, some people like football, baseball, and basketball, while others like hockey, soccer, and NASCAR. But right here, all sports matter.
Peace.
Holla. Y'all be easy. Follow the flock, damn it.
Thank you.